Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we're tackling a frustrating technical barrier that many players face in GTA 5, the inability to Alt-Tab or use the Windows key to switch tasks. We at Teknobalta analyzed this behavior and determined that it usually stems from a conflict between the game's rendering mode and the Windows desktop manager. When you are locked into a game window, it means the GPU is prioritizing the application's exclusive full-screen instructions over the OS commands. Let's begin our deep dive into the solution. First, we must look at the internal settings of GTA 5. Navigate to the Settings menu and enter the Graphics section. This is where the primary display handshake occurs. Check your screen type. If it is set to full screen, the game takes exclusive control of your monitor's refresh rate and buffer. We at Teknobalta recommend switching this to windowed borderless. This mode allows the game to appear full screen while remaining under the management of the Windows desktop compositor. In windowed borderless mode, the Alt-Tab command becomes near instantaneous because the GPU does not need to reinitialize the display driver for the desktop. Next, we need to look at a specific setting called Pause Game on Focus Loss. You can find this under the Game tab in the Settings menu. Ensure this is toggled to On. This setting tells the engine to release its primary grip on the system resources when it detects a task switch command. If you are on a laptop, there is a hardware-level workaround. Using a precision touchpad, a 3-finger swipe upward can force the Windows task view to appear. This gesture bypasses standard keyboard interrupts and forces the OS to display all active windows, effectively breaking the GTA 5 lock. Now, let's discuss external factors. Overlays from Discord or the Steam community can often intercept the Alt-Tab shortcut. We at Teknobalta suggest disabling the Discord overlay specifically for GTA 5 to see if the keyboard responsiveness returns. Open Discord, go to User Settings, then Game Overlay, and toggle it off. Another culprit is Windows Focus Assist. This feature is designed to hide notifications, but it can sometimes block the Windows key and Alt-Tab during gameplay. Go to your Windows settings, search for Focus Assist, and set it to off. This ensures the OS doesn't suppress your navigation commands. We must also consider the DirectX version. GTA 5 supports DirectX 10, 10.1, and 11. Sometimes, DirectX 11 causes a hook conflict with the Windows desktop manager. Try switching to DirectX 10.1 in the graphics settings as a test. If the problem persists, we need to check for gaming mode keys on your physical keyboard. Many mechanical keyboards have a function key that disables the Windows key to prevent accidental presses. Ensure this is not active. For advanced users, we at Teknobalta recommend checking the registry for any Scancode maps that might be remapping your keys. Navigate to HKEY Local Machine, System, Current Control Set, Control, Keyboard Layout. If you see a value named Scancode map, it might be disabling your Alt or Windows keys. Delete it only if you are confident in your technical skills. Another vital check is the Rockstar Games launcher. Sometimes, the launcher requires administrative privileges to pass commands to the game engine. Right-click the Rockstar launcher icon, go to Properties, Compatibility, and check Run this program as an administrator. This ensures that the game has the necessary permissions to interact with the Windows shell. Let's look at the Alt-Enter shortcut. This is a universal Windows command to toggle between full screen and windowed mode. If Alt-Tab is failing, try pressing Alt-Enter first to force the game into a window, then use Alt-Tab to switch. We should also verify the integrity of the game files. A corrupted configuration file can cause the display engine to hang during a task switch. On Steam, right-click GTA 5, go to Properties, Local Files, and click Verify Integrity of Game Files. For the Epic Games version, click the three dots next to the game in your library and select Manage, then Verify. If you are using a multi-monitor setup, ensure that your primary monitor is correctly identified in the Windows display settings. GTA 5 sometimes struggles to release the mouse cursor and keyboard focus if it is confused about which screen is the primary output. We at Teknobalta also suggest checking for background applications like Auto Hotkey. Scripts running in the background can intercept the Alt-Tab sequence before it reaches the game or the OS. Close all non-essential background tasks in the Task Manager before launching the game. Press Ctrl-Shift-Escape to open Task Manager and look for any third-party keyboard utilities. Let's discuss the GPU driver. An outdated NVIDIA or AMD driver can cause the display buffer to freeze when switching modes. We recommend a clean installation of the latest drivers using DDU or Display Driver Uninstaller. This removes any lingering registry keys that might be causing the Alt-Tab hang. Once the drivers are updated, restart your PC and try the windowed borderless mode again. Another technical tip from Teknobalta: disable full-screen optimizations in the game's executable properties. Go to the GTA 5 installation folder, right-click GTA5.exe, go to Compatibility, and check Disable Full-Screen Optimizations. This forces Windows to use the legacy full-screen method, which can sometimes be more stable for Alt-Tab functionality on older hardware. If you are using an NVIDIA card, check the NVIDIA control panel. Under Adjust Desktop Size and Position, ensure that Perform Scaling On is set to GPU and Override the Scaling Mode set by Games is checked. This gives the GPU driver full control over how the game window is presented to the OS, often fixing task switching issues. For AMD users, the process is similar in the Radeon software. Enable GPU scaling under the Display tab. We at Teknobalta have found that these hardware-level scaling adjustments are the most effective for persistent Alt-Tab failures. Let's summarize our technical path. Step 1. Switch to windowed borderless. Step 2. Enable pause game on focus loss. Step 3. Disable conflicting overlays like Discord and Steam. Step 4. Use Alt-Enter as a manual override if the keyboard shortcut hangs. Step 5. Update GPU drivers and disable full-screen optimizations in the EXE properties. By following these steps, you ensure that the communication between GTA 5 and the Windows Desktop Manager is seamless. No more being trapped in the game window when you need to check Discord or Chrome. We at Teknobalta are committed to solving these deep-level technical hurdles for the global gaming community. If this guide helped you, please leave a comment with your system specs so we can further optimize our future solutions. Technical stability is the foundation of a great gaming experience. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more professional troubleshooting and hardware insights. This is Teknobalta signing off. Stay optimized.